Hello, my fellow members of Boston Sports Nation. Welcome to another edition of the Royal Rooters podcast. This is just a bonus episode called Chatting It Up episode or Chatting It Up hour. So, yeah, we're going to see if we can go an hour of just randomly just shooting the shit. I don't know. I want to talk about. So, I want to see if people want to call in and stuff like that and see if they want to do something. Just try to chat it up and stuff like that. Well, not call in, but basically like enter the chat and stuff like that if you want to. You don't have to, but if you want to, join the live stream. All right. So kind of just want to go over. So, not too much going on. I see, not a lot of Boston sports related news happened today. Not that I saw. Or else I could be totally wrong on that. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing. Seen nothing too much. But, yeah, no news. Nothing really. We did see news that an Isaac Paredes trade might be happening in the next 48, 72 hours. So, yeah. Oh, but we did see that Drake May has been removed from the Super Bowl injured report. Good. Robert Spillane and Harold Landry III are still questionable, though. Yeah. But that was yesterday around 6. Yeah. All right, so we went too far. Okay, so Pablo Zacha is going to be out for the Olympics now, so he will not be playing for Team Czechia now. Speaking of which, when do those games start? I want to see when those games start. You know what? I'm going to try this. I'm going to look at. All right. Winter Olympics men's hockey schedule. Here we are. Hockey men's hockey schedule. All right, here we are. At least here's a schedule, at least from Athlon Sports. Something went wrong, huh? You don't say. Oh my god. All right, while we look at that, let's see if anybody joined the chat. Nobody joined the chat. All right. Oh, it begins on the 11th. All right, so that's Wednesday. Oh my god, I forgot. This is the NHL account. All right. All right. Yeah, I think calendar should show us. Yes. I'm gonna just accept the cookies yet. What the legit fuck is going on? Come on, you fuckers. Alright, here's the I or II HF scheduled. They better fucking let me in. Yeah. Yes. Fuck the Cookies. All right. All right. It starts on Wednesday with Slovakia and Finland, and then Sweden and Italy. All right. All right. So looks like we'll see Henry Hukiaru and maybe Elias Lindholm play, or unless Elias Lindholm. You know what? If I come to think of it, yeah, he's not playing. He might also not be playing either. He looked like he was injured too. Come on. Don't show me. All right. I was gonna see if they're right. About to say, yeah. So hopefully, when he might join the chat yet. Nope. 6 minutes into this thing and nobody's joined the chat. All right. We'll still try to keep it going. I just thought since they'll try to do like a bonus episode. Thank you for not showing me the information. My fucking god. But anyway, all right. So, tomorrow or on Wednesday, it will be. Oh, sod off. All right. So it will be Slovakia versus Finland on Wednesday, and then Sweden and Italy also on Wednesday too. All right. All right. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that too. It depends. They play. All right. All right. All right. So, not too much going on today. I did go and film some basketball games for Norm Community. JV did not do good. Keep they keep losing and skidding. Yeah, they got beat pretty bad today. Varsity won again, a very close one against Moline at home. Yeah, it was one of those days where the freshman boys played today, the JV boys played today, and then the varsity boys played today. Yeah, which is really good for the varsity. It literally kind of or it helps them out and stuff like that with the playoffs and stuff like that. And then also too, I mean, they broke that Saturday skid where they were losing and stuff like that and get beat. So that gets over. All right. Oh. So yeah. We're getting close to the end of the season for them and stuff like that. So, and oh yeah, Celtic did play today against Dundee in the Scottish Cup. They almost lost, which was not great. Not great. But was in the last minute of added stoppage time in the 90th minute. Our new Celtic striker, Junior Adamu, basically hit a equalizing goal literally as time was winding down to send it in extra time. We get it done thanks to a Sebastian Tanecki goal in extra time, and we advance to the next round, the quarterfinals. So yeah, all right. So yeah, Junior saved the day. All right, yeah, the new. Oh yeah, no, Alex Oxlade Chamberlain was announced today as a new player. So nice. So yeah. So he'll be coming to Celtic. I'm drinking right now. I'm drinking these new healthier sodas. I think it's Poppy. Or Poppy, yeah, Poppy, and then I'm drinking an actual beer, Harp Lager. Yeah. Yeah, I'm drinking healthy. So yeah. May you tell me a little bit about myself. Was born in 1992, September the 17th of 1992. Yeah, so I'm literally 33 years old. So yeah. So basically lived here my entire life here in central Illinois. So yeah. So when people ask me like why are you a big Boston sports fan again? Well, because I like the city of Boston and its history and stuff like that. And originally I was just only going to cheer for the Celtics and the Red Sox, but then I thought I might as well get involved with the other two teams too. And this is like around like high school too, like which is kind of like when I got really big in the sports and stuff like that. Because I wasn't big like on them when I was younger and stuff like that. So yeah, but yeah, pretty good. Mm. So yeah, so nothing else about that. So I can't believe we can't find a roster. All right, Winter. Let me just look at this. Winter Olympics and hockey roster. All right. Here we go. Oh, I forgot. This is the NHL. Oh my god. Verify you're a human. We don't think you're a human. We think you're a robot. I hate it when it does that. God damn IIHF. My god, international. While we wait for it to figure it out. Oh. Alright, Martin. Welcome to the chat. Alright, nice. So yeah, well, I'm not sure if he's still on the chat or not, if he left. So yeah. Nice. Well, welcome if so. If you're still on. Alright. Trying to see Sweden. Let's see if they're right. Alright. Alright. It looks like it's still listed that he's still on the roster. Hampus or Elias Lindholm. Elias Lindholm. So yeah, so he could probably is still gonna still play. But it looked like he was injured, so that's why I was just wondering, like, huh? So he's still gonna play? Henry Hookie, are you all right? He's still on. All right, so yeah, so we'll be cheering for at least him on Wednesday. Him and Team Finland against Slovakia. So yeah. So yeah. So maybe a little about the high school career I had and stuff like that. So went to Normal Community High School here. So it's one of the bigger schools in Illinois and stuff like that. They're 4A in sports for other things but like maybe football they're 7A. So like that's like the higher A school or basically the bigger A schools and stuff like that. Like our population is high, and it's getting higher over the years, stuff like that, size and stuff like that. And then like our graduating class is like almost over like maybe around like I'm trying to think like 200 kids or so. I'm not really sure about that number, but yeah, it was a pretty big class that we had. Like, but it was like yeah, it wasn't like yeah. So I ran cross country. I mean, if you look at me now, you couldn't believe that for a minute. But then managed basketball and baseball, boys basketball, by the way, yeah, yeah. Which I still kind of help out, as I said, help out with filming their games for boys basketball, and then help coach graduate assistant for baseball and stuff like that. Which we're getting close to the start of that. Yeah. Cross country, I was like okay of a runner. I was mostly hanged out with the JV and stuff like that. I sometimes would run some of these varsity races and stuff like that, but I wasn't like great varsity runner and stuff like that. Um, or boys basketball, pretty good as a manager. Started off with a freshman. We had a pretty good winning record and stuff like that. Um, JV's varsity year, we started the year undefeated. Then like Martin Luther King holiday, we lost our first game, and then we kind of went on this like losing streak, and then like finally went and just our season just kind of just fell apart afterwards and stuff like that, and we just weren't really there. JV was decent. We were up and down. There were like times where like we go on streaks, winning streaks, and then we would go on streaks where like we're like losing games, like and these are like close ones too. But then at the end of the year, we win our regional and get like literally one game away from winning sectionals, but then like a heartbreaker to like O'Fallon at the end ends all that. Then senior year, everything goes good. We win the conference. We actually, I think we went undefeated in conference play. We didn't lose a game all season in the conference, which is the Big 12 in our conference. We dethroned the two-time defending champs, Champaign Centennial, and then won regionals. Finally got over the hump in sectionals. We blew the complete crap out of it. Scored like 81 points against East St. Louis in Moline. Then took care of Creek-Monee in the super sectional, and then went to state and Final Four. And this is like the last time we went to state for boys basketball was like 1976, 75 or so. And it was like before even the Final Four, even where like you had to play an actual tournament. Like, whereas if you went super sectionals now, you would just go straight to the Final Four and stuff like that for these classes. And back then, it was just like an actual NCAA tournament. You win sectionals, you actually went to state and then played that like kind of like March Madness, kind of like, which by the way, known fact, March Madness did come from Illinois, the term of that, because apparently some writer wondered, right, the whole like why the basketball tournament was called March Madness. So if you want to know that where March Madness comes from, it comes from Illinois high school based basketball. But yeah. So we get to the semifinal of the Final Four state, and then we just couldn't take care of Gurney Warren. We go into the third place game, lose that to Glenbard East, and then had to just settle for fourth place in state. Which, looking at it now, it was kind of fun just to get back there and stuff like that. Wish we could have won it, but we couldn't. If we would have made it to the actual championship game, Chicago Simeon would have just murdered us on the floor. Like, they were still that good of a team. He was like they were on like some like win streak or like on like a three-peat or basically. Well, I think it might have been a three-peat or a two-peat at that point. But yeah, they were just like a powerhouse at that point. So you just couldn't do anything with Chicago Simeon if he even got to the championship game. I think they ended up winning that thing too. But yeah. good basketball career. Baseball wise, pretty good year. Only lost like 4 games for the most part. JV, we started out the season not too great, but then after 1 game, we went on a roll, and then we went to like the end of the season tournament for our conference and like lost at the end of that conference. So that kind of like ended the streak. So our last game of the season was literally our last loss of the year. Yeah, yeah, and we could have came back if a weather delay didn't like screw everything up. Um, Junior year, didn't remember too much from that year. I mean, kind of had like our ups and downs, stuff like that. And before this year for coaching and stuff like that, or even like if you want to go to like 20 before 2023, the joke of our team was our season would be done by or Memorial Day weekend kind of deal, because that's when the state or state playoffs and stuff like that start for high school baseball. Then like regional, sectional, super sectionals, and then like the state and stuff like that. That's when that would all start. Would be Memorial Day weekend. So the joke was we would get in and then it would just be over by we wouldn't even make it out of regionals. So yeah, end of the year with a winning record. Don't think we won the conference or anything, but yeah. But it was just one of those years with like, yeah, not too much happened. We won games and stuff like that, won more games, kind of had a winning record, but yeah, I was okay. Major regionals, and then we were kind of bounced in the first round, stuff like that. And then senior year was pretty good. Split the conference with West, but yeah, I mean another winning record, another winning year. Then make it to the regional final, literally on our day of graduation and stuff like that, and then lost that in like a 1-run game. It was like, to West, which is kind of like one of our rivals, stuff like that. I think them and Bloomington High School are the two schools I cannot stand, something like that. But yeah, we lost in like a real clincher and stuff like that, and that ended my sporting career, at least manager and player wise. If I was going to take part in any sports, it would either have to be like as a assistant coach and stuff like that. I mean, if you think about it, for high school basketball filming, kind of are considered a coach in a way. You are filming their games and getting them ready for practice and stuff like that, and saying like, "Hey, this is what you guys should be doing right. This is what you guys are doing." Yeah, yeah. Some of them are saying, "If you ever turn the ball over," yeah, our coaches wouldn't do that. Our coaches would never, do that. They're nice guys, yeah. But still, yeah, I feel like, come on now, do better. And that's why they have me film these games. Is just like say like, hey, at practice they'll have film room sessions and stuff like that where they'll study film, and basically it's like basically just go over film and stuff like that, the game and stuff like that, and see like, no, this is what you could be doing better. This is what you're doing wrong, and yeah. And then coaching baseball usually just help out with practices of stuff like that. Keep time for Coach Short and stuff like. And this past season, where we made it to state for the first time in like almost 2 decades, and if Fates would have gone right in the semifinal game, we would have potentially have won state last year. I really feel it in my heart of hearts. If plays would have gone right, if plays would have played out differently, like certain plays, like maybe if a certain ground ball wasn't a ground ball and like a certain player beats it out, and like if with bases loaded, I mean, if the fence was like, but that's just sometimes the luck of the game. It just sucks. Like, like that close to getting it done. And that would have been our first state title in almost since the 2007 volleyball or softball team won it. Yeah, and that was the year before I showed up, freshman year. Yeah. So we haven't won state in anything. We made state appearances, and made it to state finals, but no, didn't win the whole thing. Oh. A lot of it is to either our scheduling too, and also too, I feel like Chicago kind of runs our state, or at least at that time ran our state for the most part in high school sports, especially in our class. Like we really couldn't get anything done for the most part. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. But this year was like the first time I was able to be on full time because of my work schedule. So I got on the days as a custodian for Unit 5 and stuff like that. So I was able to like go on days and able to, because originally I work at nights. So I can't really take part in the games and practices and stuff like that. Where now working days, I can. Yeah. Yeah. So it was pretty nice. So I feel like Martin left. I feel like he left. Yeah. He hasn't like, or at least if he did. I don't know. No, because it looks like if listeners have said like, yeah, it literally says if only like the only listener right now is me right now. All right. All right. All right. So nothing else wise. I did play some after I got back from tonight. Played some MLB The Show and other. Well, I did first watch Gonzaga too. Um, that game was pretty fun against Oregon State. Love to say that they won. Bounced back after Wednesday night's like what the hell happened against Portland game. Yeah, that upset game. Yeah, so they kind of bounced back after that. So nice. So no other Boston sports news. Yeah, we didn't sign anybody. Man, it must be a really off day, which isn't bad. Yeah, because tomorrow we're going to be packed with some things. The Celtics play tomorrow at around 11:30 a.m. Yeah, got to get that game in against New York Knicks before tomorrow night's big event. Potentially is something that we could we see another Boston sports banner being raised tomorrow. We'll find out at 5:30 tomorrow. Yeah, basically Patriots and Seahawks in the Super Bowl. Yeah. In my opinion, if it would be nice if we do win this thing, and I will be real ecstatic and stuff like that. But if we don't win tomorrow, I won't be totally maybe bummed out unless if it's like we get the collective crap kicked out of us and stuff like that. But if it's a close game, it's a hard fought game up until the end, and we still lose, I thought, you know what? It was still a fun season. It would be, it would still be great. I still believe we should get the job done, and we will get the job done tomorrow. Because here's the thing, Seattle, they do have a pretty good team, but so did the Broncos. So did the Texans. And maybe if you think about it too, so did the Chargers too. And we conquered those teams. We legitimately conquered those teams. Despite some of the flaws and stuff like that, we still ended up beating them. And that's where the whole stupid soft schedule crap needs to fucking just be thrown out the window. Yeah, literally, if you've gone this far, I feel like the whole like soft schedule thing, I feel like that is just a just irrelevant take. Yeah, I was talking like to a while back, talking to an Eagles fan. He literally said to me like, "I feel like the only team on your schedule, I feel like we're really that soft for the Jets." Yeah, like literally, there was teams like even the Dolphins, even with their like internal struggles and stuff like that, still gave you problems for the most part. Like everybody else looked like at the time when you played them looked like this could be a loss. This could be where everything kind of just starts unraveling, and it didn't. Like the Buccaneers, like they were kind of rolling up until like before that game, they were rolling to the point. Oh wow, are we gonna get our first loss in a while against this team? And we still conquered them. We still beat them. Maybe the Browns, I could maybe see them, but it's just uh, the whole soft schedule thing. Just everybody just, you know what it is? It's the fact that New England finally is good again. That whole dynasty could be back again. But we're not counting our chickens just yet. But still, I mean, the whole fact like the Patriots are maybe good again, and the rest of America just can't take it anymore. I think that's it. I think they just want to diminish what's going on with the season. It's not supposed to come back this soon. Soon. We still got to get the job done tomorrow. Yeah. I feel like we will. Yeah. And if not, you know what? So what? It was still a fun season. Yeah. So long if it's a close game, um, I really, honest to God, do not care who wins. It would be great if the Patriots did win that game, but I mean, I wouldn't be too bummed out like if the Patriots lose this one. It was still a fun season, and if you would have told me that not only will we win more of our games than we lose, but we will also make it all the way to the Super Bowl and maybe have a chance to win it, I've said, all right. I'll laugh at you, but but yeah, all right, okay. All right, all right, book it. All right. But yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I am kind of interested what the Bad Bunny concert might be like tomorrow. My parents are saying like there are the biggest like Republicans and just Donald Trump supporters to the point like what he made fun of your president. Like he spoke an opinion. I'm I'm still baffled that that's still today, even with that. Like, well, you're guys upset about your sport. What this? Like, and I think he curses in his songs. What? Okay, mother, how do you know this? What? I just know. How do you know? He speaks. He's sick, rapping in Latin or Spanish. How do you know, mother? Like, I just know. Glenn Beck told me. Mark Levin told me. Like, as in Glenn Beck and Mark Levin as their her shows that she likes listening to and watching and stuff like that. Like, oh my god. look, look, I actually so I do a journal today, and I usually do like kind of like a song of the day kind of deal. And I think it was either yesterday's song and stuff like that, or one of the days this week. I put a Bad Bunny song just to like, you know, I might just find some Bad Bunny songs, just random songs, because I'll do like a thing where I'll pick a random song and stuff like that on Spotify. I'll just play just Bad Bunny all day. Just, you know what I should do? I should just go into their house with a Bluetooth speaker, just play Bad Bunny, and just like when I walk in, like yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're getting mad, but you don't know what they're saying, guys. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. F Donald Trump. uh, yeah, yeah. I did see Dropkick Murphys did drop a new single just recently. Instead of calling it Citizen CIA, it's called Citizen ICE or Citizen Ice. Oh, kind of just kind of poke a jab at ICE and stuff like that. And which yeah, basically screw ICE. Really, yeah, yeah. But anyway, yeah. He curses in his songs. No, he doesn't. Well, if he does, how can you tell? No, it's still good music. I've listened to Bad Bunny stuff, and he does a pretty good job. I mean, it's kind of like got that feel to it. And so, what if he doesn't like Donald Trump? Why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does it matter to get so upset about the Patriots? Like, stop changing the subject. Like, jeez. I love it how they can't understand why I get so sometimes get bent out of shape about these games and stuff like that. But here they are getting bent out of shape about this political stuff. It's just so hypocritical. It's just so hilarious to watch. Just, which sometimes, yeah, I mean, politics does kind of trump everything else, but still at the same time, too, I mean, that's why I'm kind of saying, like, don't talk one other way and then talk the other way. Just, you can't have it both ways, guys. But yeah, how much time? So 24 more minutes, and then yeah, this is. I mean, it's good to kind of just talk for a bit and stuff like that, but at the same time too, we haven't really got a ton of interaction except maybe Martin, who's I'm not sure if he's back on or hasn't joined the chat. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I mean, it looked like he entered the chat, but then looked like I can't tell what pod mean, but yeah, at least we got somebody on. Yeah. Yeah. Not kind of the success. I just want to kind of try to do something with some of these bonus episodes and stuff like that. Maybe try to see if we do something different on some of these off nights where there's no Boston sports related stuff going on, except maybe Pablo Zacha might be out for the Winter Olympics for Team Czechia, so he won't be playing. That's really the only news that happened, I think, for the most part. Maybe go over, yeah, so Celtics, as I said, play tomorrow. After coming back and winning a thriller game, like a come from behind game against the Miami Heat. Oh, by the way, yeah, that is true. The Miami Heat lost again. They had a big lead and decided, you know what, Celtics, you can have this game again. We don't need to win it. We don't need to win. Yeah, yeah. And tomorrow's game won't be easy either. We got the Knicks coming to town, and they've now started to figure it out as apart after after last night and stuff like that. But still, they've started kind of figure themselves out again. So it might be a battle to duke it out for the second seed in the East right now, or second best team in the East. Because Detroit looks like they won't be unseated at the top of the East anytime in the near future. So yeah. So yeah, nothing else. Vucevic, I mean, I didn't really hate on the dude. I mean, looks like the dude. I mean, the one thing is, so will he be a starter or will he just come off the bench? Will he just be that sixth man that Anthony Simons was? I mean, on his debut, looked like he kind of impressed. Had double double as I saw. Got his first basket too. Yeah, I said goal, so apologies for that in this today's earlier episode. Which, by the way, so apologies. So I get home a little bit later from last night's Peoria Richwoods game that community had, which kind of got a little chippy last night. So apparently, our side and their side kind of got a little chippy, and like it looked like there were people that had to like get like escorted out of the game and stuff like that, like ejected from this game. We ended up winning and stuff like that. Just it was one of those games where like just we had some bad blood at the end. Yeah. But so I end up winning. But yeah, so I get home a little bit later. I did play a little bit of MLB The Show. I thought, around midnight or so, I'll drop an episode. Yeah, I literally, after playing MLB The Show, decided, yeah, I'm just going to just lay on the couch. And once again, fell asleep and didn't wake up until and then when I woke up, I thought it's too late to even drop an episode at this point. So I'll just go to bed, wake up a bit early tomorrow, and then drop the episode later that day. I mean, it was like an 8 or so minute episode. I mean, it wasn't like we're like, this episode we're gonna drop try to go over which by the way, 20 more minutes. So yeah. I mean, never totally hate. We went over an hour. Wonder what we can do. Other I'm gonna try to do something sports reference. Let's see if they can. Excuse me, burp. Hmm. Hmm. All right, no. All right, so we're on baseball reference or sports reference. So I thought maybe try to do. I might do a little something after this week or so. Maybe do a little kind of like another bonus episode kind of thing where I don't know what I'll do, but I mean we got other things playing on other bonus episode kind of thing, stuff like that. We won't do another. I'm not sure we'll do another one of these chatting it up hours, maybe at least for a while at least. That's why we get a little bit bigger audience, stuff like that. Just want to try testing some things out. But I'm on baseball reference. Maybe if I could see if we could try to go a little bit over 20 minutes or so. Maybe we'll just rattle off some names of some all-time Boston sports related players. Starting with the Red Sox. Their all-time top 24 players. All right, Ted Williams. All right. Don't totally hate that. I can understand that. All right. Number 2, Carl Yastrzemski. All right, like that. I do have a picture of my nephew holding his bat at a Louisville Slugger, which I thought I have a picture of it. It's really cool. It's just this little 4 or 5 year old trying to hold a Hall of Famer and Red Sox legends bat. Right. Number 3, Roger Clemens. Number 4, Wade Boggs. Nice. Number 5, Cy Young, which, by the way, the Cy Young Award or the Pitcher's MVP is named after him. Number 6, Dwight Evans. All right. Maybe somebody else, maybe. All right. Number 7, Tris Speaker. Good outfielder. Maybe not a great person, what I was kind of hearing about the dude, reading about the dude. He might be a Donald Trump supporter. All right. All right. Number 8, Pedro Martinez. All right. All right. Number 9, David Ortiz. Well, at least he's in the top 10. Big Puppy. My favorite baseball player growing up. All right. All right. Auto Spy Report or Autopsy Report. Good. Welcome to the chat. All right. So we're just rattling off greatest Red Sox players of all time via baseballreference.com. All right. Number 10, Dustin Pedroia, Petey. Feel like he could be a Hall of Famer at one of these days. All right. Number 11, Bobby Doerr. I do have a signed baseball by him. All right. Howdy. All right. Poppy. As in Big Poppy. All right. right. All right. Red Sox. Yep. Yep. That's what we're talking about. Stuff like so. To try to kill some time in the next maybe 15 minutes or so of this hourly chat, I'm going to just rattle off just basically all time Red Sox rates and stuff like that. But yeah, I do have speaking of which, so back so I do have Bobby Doerr a Bobby Doerr signed baseball up there. Oh, thanks for the head or thumbs up. Nice. Thanks. Autopsy report. Yeah. So I do have a signed baseball up there. A few other things too, like maybe a signed David Ortiz one, a Pedroia one, a Mike Napoli one, and then a Bobby Doerr signed baseball. I think either him and Dustin Pedroia are the two greatest Red Sox second basemen of all time, in my opinion. Yeah, him and Ted Williams, same age, and I think grew up in Southern California together. So they grew up. I know they were teammates before the Red Sox with the back then San Diego Padres, not the Padres we know today, but this is Pacific Coast League team that doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, all right. Number 12, Jim Rice. All right. Number 13, Mookie Betts. Number 14, Lefty Grove. Yeah. I seem to forget that he also played for the Red Sox at one point. Number 15, Nomar Garcia Parra. Number 16, Babe Ruth. Why is he on this list? All right. Number 17, Carlton Fisk. 18, Rico Petrocelli. Number 19, Harry Hooper. Which trivia question? Who holds the single season record for triples in a season? I think what is it? Triples in a season, or I think it's triples in a career. I think it was him, Harry Hooper. Be wrong about this. You know what? I know how to solve this. Oh wait, that's right. And Autopsy report has left the chat. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, it'll be another time. Yeah. Stats. Here we are. No. All right. All right. Single season. Okay. So while this loads, all right. Continue on. All right. Number 20, Louis Tion. I read his book, Son of Fana. It's a really good book. You should probably give it a try or give it a listen, something like that. Goes over his life in Cuba, coming over here and stuff like that, and then time with the Red Sox. I just thought that's kind of neat to see and read and stuff like that. But yeah, here we are. Nope. Is that what I wanna? All right. So we got 11 minutes to go. All right. All right. Triples. It's actually Trish Beaker with 22 single season. How about career wise? Yeah, it is Harry Hooper with 130. So yeah, as I said, so Harry Hooper does hold the career record of triples for the Boston Red Sox. All right, 21, Xander Bogaerts. Number 22, Reggie Smith. 23, Smokey Joe Wood. Part of that famous 1912 squad, pitcher-wise. And then Joe DiMaggio's little brother, Number 24, Dom DiMaggio. Yeah. I think there was like a ex Red Sox player that used to play just recently that is technically distant related to the DiMaggios. I think it's trying to think who it was. But yeah, it was like just one of those like, oh wow, you don't say. All right. All right. So let's go over Patriots real quick. We do have like a legit 10 minutes. Huh. Well, they now don't have all time greatest players. Well, that's a crock of shit. All right. Well, hold on. We'll just read off retired numbers. All right. Tom Brady's number 12. Gino Campanelli's number 20. Come on. Get over here. Come on. Mike Haynes, number 40. Steve Nelson's number 57. John Hanna's number 73. Bruce Armstrong's number 78. Jim Hunt's number 79. And then Bob D's number 89. Man, we're rattling off names I even heard of. Gino Campanelli and John Hanna, I did know. But Bruce Armstrong, like D, Bob D, who the hell is that? I mean, you have to go back to the dark days of the New England Patriots to like know who the hell these people are. They don't have a top 20 list. All right. All right. Let's go over to Celtics real quick. How are we doing on time? 8 minutes. Well, with knowing sports reference and how really dumb their. Yeah, come on. All right. Here we are. So, top 12 players. All right. So, we got Bill Russell at number 1. All right. We got Larry Bird at number 2. All right. Paul Pierce at number 3. Okay. Can't hate that. All right. Number 4. John Havlicek. Number 5. Robert Parrish. Number 6. Kevin McHale. All right. All right. Number 7. Sam Jones. Number 8. Bob Cousy. Number 9. Dave Callens. And then, hold on. Number 10. Come on, show us who this is. All right. Number 10. Bill Sharman. Number 11. Easy Ed Macaulay. And then number 12, Don Nelson. You seem to forget that he was a Celtic at one point. He's a famous NBA head coach, but then you forget that he played for the Celtics at one point. All right, we'll go over hockey real quick. We're just going to wrap it up and then go over times for tomorrow's Super Bowl and Celtics game. All right. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't too bad of a hourly chat. I wish we could have had more people join in. I mean, but thanks for Martin and Autopsy Report to join in with what time they had and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. But yeah. Rome was not built in one day, guys. All right. All-time players. Number 1, Ray Bork. I would have to disagree with that. I feel like Bobby Orr should be at number 1. And here we are. Number 2, Bobby Orr. All right. Number 3, Patrice Bergeron. Number 4, Brad Marchand. And then number 5, Johnny Buchek. All right. All right. And then number 6, Phil Esposito. Number 7, David Pastrnak. Number 8, Zdeno Chara. All right. Okay. Number 8. All right. Number 9, Tuukka Rask. Number 10, Eddie Shore. Okay. That's an oldie. All right. All right. Come on. And then number 11, Dick Clapper. And then number 12. All right. Come on. Number 12, Tommy Thompson. Or Tiny Thompson. Yeah. Yeah. Not Tim Thomas. Thompson. Tiny Thompson. All right. 5 minutes to spare. All right. So before we leave, we're going to go over tomorrow's games. Celtics versus Knicks, and then for the Super Bowl, the big game of the week, Patriots versus Seahawks. And everything else, yep. No Bruins, and the Red Sox haven't started spring training yet, but do report this week for pitchers and catchers to report. All right. All right. All right. Tomorrow, Celtics do play against the New York Knicks. This will be an ABC game. 11:30 a.m. game or 12:30, but whatever time zone you live in the world. Yeah, because we do have some fans who live all the world. So whatever time zone you live in, check what time it is and tune in. And then the Super Bowl. We do have the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. And that game will be at 5:30 p.m. my time, 6:30 Eastern time. But whatever time zone you live in, check what time it is. Tune in for Super Bowl 60, and let's watch the Patriots maybe get Super Bowl 7 or win Super Bowl 60. I can't believe it's 60 Super Bowls. Literally, I feel like it was not so long ago we're celebrating 50 years. My dad remembers, he told me like he remembers watching the first ever Super Bowl when he was a kid, stuff like that, or like younger. So yeah. So yeah, he told me how that was like at the time wasn't really that big of a deal then, but like now he's looking at it now, like now it's a big deal now. I wonder if they'll do some like kind of like special kind of ceremony, like being 60 years and stuff like that. Yeah. We do have the little nephews and niece coming over. I'm going over to my parents' house to watch and stuff like that. Yeah, that's why I said like I'm bringing like a speaker and stuff like that tomorrow. And just jokingly just play Bad Bunny as I'm walking in, like yeah, get out of our house. Don't make fun of Trump. uh, yeah. But anyway, yeah. But yeah, I'll watch it with them and stuff like that. Now look, guys, that was when the Patriots were great again. Yeah, or when the Patriots were great. Yeah, they might do some montage stuff like that. I was wondering if it was going to be on Fox, but it's going to be on like NBC. So I wonder if like Tom Brady, if he would get the call and stuff like that. So apparently, some news people are kind of upset now that he was going to just stay neutral during the Super Bowl, but now I think he might be changing his tune. He might be backing the Patriots in this one. So, all right, let's see how that goes. So yeah. So yeah. What if Poppy actually said like, or said, "Oh, I'll stay neutral in this World Series"? Now Poppy would just say, "Let's go Red Sox." Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you do his thing. All right, so a minute to go. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening and stuff like that. So yeah. Hey, thanks for just whoever all tuned in. We looks like we had like two more people kind of tune in and stuff like that. Not sure who they were, but thank you to those who tuned in also or kind of like joined the live chat. Thank you, Autopsy Report again, and also thank you, Martin, for joining in. And yeah, so literally 30 seconds to go. So we're gonna get ready to call it a night and then get ready to watch Super Bowl 60 and the Celtics. So we'll see you tomorrow and we'll recap the Celtics game and the Patriots. Whether it's a Super Bowl victory or not, we'll find out. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Banyana.